Okay, the airline in crisis, which is Indigo, has now issued a statement where it has said that there has been an easing of operations which has improved. Indigo claims, and I quote, significant improvement across the network today. 1,650 flights today took off. It is up from 1,500 flights of yesterday. The OTP has also shot up to 75% and it was 30% yesterday. Earlier, the cancellations helped inform passengers sooner. Refunds and lost baggage processing is also going on in full swing. Meanwhile, Indigo has targeted full stabilization by December 10th. Earlier, the timeline it had given for itself was 10th to 15th of December. Meanwhile, the spokesperson has also sent out a statement, deeply regret the inconvenience and we are working relentlessly to sort out the situation. Okay, we're going to wait to see and join in by my colleagues on the ground who have been reporting from airports across the country. But Indigo has been under pressure because, one, to figure out what went wrong, why were they not able to implement the DGCA new rules as far as working hours while flying hours were concerned. And the biggest problem, of course, over here is that large-scale cancellation requires refunds and, of course, is the lost baggage. Anvit, who covers the Civil Aviation Ministry for us, is also now joining us. And with Indigo clearly has been under a lot of pressure, but now Indigo wants to go out and send out an assurance that all is well. But is all well? But what is it that you said out in the Indigo statement?
Yes, Pallavi, see, yesterday stern actions from the government came in, and when the letter to Ashoka's letter to CEO as well as to the accountable manager responsible for the operations was sent out, and following that, Indigo has sent a detailed statement in which they have claimed that they are resuming today. They're taking off with 1650 operations flights. They are saying that this is up from 1500 yesterday, and they've also said that on time performance has gone up to 75%. That was 30% till yesterday. In fact, the statement also mentions that refund and luggage is being processed, and both for direct booking as well as indirect booking. This is also because yesterday Mocha had sent out a strong worded letter to Indigo saying that all the refunds should be completed tomorrow, that is today, by 8 p.m. in the evening. And it had also directed that all the luggage that the passengers had that they had lost and it was with the airline, they didn't receive it. The Mocha had clearly given directions to Indigo that they should be traced and delivered to the passengers within 48 hours. Also, they go on to say that growing confidence for stabilizing for the network 10th December, they're planning to stabilize the operation. And earlier also the Indigo CEO had said that it would take somewhere between December 10 to December 15 to stabilize the operations. But despite it is after the repeated meetings that were held in Ministry of Civil Aviation and DGCA with top management of Indigo, that Indigo had to come out with this strong, statement saying that yes, all seems to be okay. But if we talk about just Delhi airport, even today more than 100 flights are cancelled, 58 departures and 57 arrivals are stand cancelled as of today, and the similar situation is also at the other airports. But why we are not seeing a lot of much mayhem at airports as it was in the first, second, or third day? Because Indigo was told by the Ministry of Civil Aviation to reach out to passengers and make sure that airport directors make efforts. In fact, officers were also deployed to the operations center of Indigo, and they were given strict directions to reach out to passengers and inform them about the status of their flights. And that is one reason why less number of passengers turned out to the airport and they were not stranded. But the grievance of the passengers is that even though when this was unprecedented extended stays that they had to make in a new city, in a different city, when they were traveling, not many of them were from Delhi. So their grievance was that the accommodation arrangement that they have to make expenses from their own pocket. So many of them had also been demanding that those expenses should be reimbursed by the airline.
But also, Anvit, if you look at the kind of claims which are coming in from the Indigo, we're going to get those ground reports to find out whether that is really the correct picture. But how does Indigo plan to deal with first a problem of pilots? Because they also now at some point of time have to implement the new DGCA guidelines.
Yes, and probably that is why Indigo has come out with nationwide advertisements also. Then they are advertising that they need to hire cabin crew as well as pilots. We are learning that the pilot vacancy that was on hold for the last few months has also been opened now. So a lot of hiring needs to be done because see, FDTL norms came way back in 2024 January, and since then none of the airlines paid much heed to it when it came from the Ministry of Civil Aviation. But only when the pilots' body in April this year knocked the doors of the High Court, and DGCA then came out and saying that we are implementing the FDTL norm from July 1 in phased manner, and then from November 1st. Only then, when November 1st it started, all this mayhem took place, and the chaos we witnessed over the last 4 days unfolding, very dramatically. And all the passengers at the airport we met had this grievance that, the flights are not available, and the airline had been saying that it was because of the unavailability of the crew. So certainly the credit all goes to the Indigo, which is the largest, airline shareholder in this country. It has 60% of the market share if we could talk about the aviation sector. So certainly responsibility was of Indigo, and DGCA also previously in their very strong worded letter have said that it was poor rostering and poor planning that Indigo could not forecast that such a situation can arise because of non-compliance of FDTL norms.
Okay, thank you very much, Anvir, for getting us those details of the first Indigo statement where they're claiming that things are going back to normal. But my colleagues have been out on the ground covering every important airport. Let's go through what's the sense that they picked up when they interacted with passengers at the airport.
I am at the Delhi airport, and Indigo fiasco, you can very easily understand the situation on ground. This is the national capital airport. Look at these bags. These bags are lying. There are at least 600 bags. They have to be sent to their passengers by Tuesday evening. This has been mandated by DGCA to Indigo, and certainly there are multiple people, at least 25-30 people are standing just outside the counter.
So the problem is I had my flight scheduled at 5 a.m. So now they have cancelled it and they have rescheduled it to 5 in the evening. So basically I'm waiting in the airport from past 12 hours.
Passengers are on their own. They are rescheduling their flight to nearby areas, nearby cities. Like the passenger booked, he was supposed to reach to Kochi, but now he has decided to book a ticket till Coimbatore. So certainly situation on ground is completely different from the social media world, and the top management of Indigo is it seems that they are not aware about the ground situation.
अभी हमारा ये सुबह मॉर्निंग का फ़्लाइट इन्होंने 8:10 पे किया था, ये हमें हैदराबाद जाना था। तो अभी जब हमने पूरा यहाँ पे जब हम टाइम के यहाँ पे पहुँचे तो उन्होंने कहा कि ये फ़्लाइट जो है कैंसिल है। उसके बाद फिर हमने इंडिगो के यहाँ पे जो केयर टेकर हैं यहाँ पे बैठे हुए, उनसे हमने बात की तो उन्होंने कहा कि आपकी फ़्लाइट हम ये रीशेड्यूल करेंगे। तो अभी उन्होंने शाम का टाइम दिया हुआ है 8 बजे का। 8 बजे की हमारी डायरेक्ट फ़्लाइट जो है हैदराबाद की है। नहीं, ऐसी कोई शैतानी इन्होंने दी है अभी इन्होंने इवनिंग को बुलाया है हमें।
4 तारीख की फ़्लाइट थी जो कि कैंसिल हो गई थी। एयरपोर्ट पे जाने के बाद 4 घंटे डिलेड बोले उन लोगों ने, फिर कैंसिल कर दिया। पूरी रात एयरपोर्ट में रहा, फिर उन्होंने रिशेड्यूल करके दिया रांची टू कोलकाता, कोलकाता टू इंदौर। फिर उन लोगों ने मुझे कोलकाता भेजा। सुबह 7 बजे की फ़्लाइट थी, 9 बजे मैं कोलकाता आया। उसके बाद पूरी शाम में एयरपोर्ट पर बैठा रहा। 7 बजे शाम में फ़्लाइट थी इंदौर की। 5 बजे उन लोग बोले कि सर आपकी फ़्लाइट कैंसिल हो गई। उसके बाद फिर उन लोगों ने अल्टरनेट दिया, या तो आप रिफ़ंड ले लीजिए या फिर कोई अल्टरनेट ले लीजिए, इंदौर कोई फ़्लाइट नहीं जा रही है। फिर उसके बाद हमने ऑप्शन चूज़ किया दिल्ली आके, और वहाँ से भोपाल जाऊँगा, फिर भोपाल से बस से जाऊँगा इंदौर। और उसके बाद फिर अभी मैं जस्ट इंदौर आया हूँ, दिल्ली आया हूँ, और यहाँ से भोपाल की अपडेट अभी तो कुछ नहीं आई कि फ़्लाइट जाएगी या नहीं जाएगी। सो आई एम सफरिंग फ्रॉम लास्ट 3 डेज़ टू रीच माई डेस्टिनेशन।
मेरे डॉटर का 11:10 का फ़्लाइट है, अभी तो राइट टाइम दिखा रहा है। हम कल से ट्राई कर रहे हैं कि मान लो कस्टमर केयर से पता चल जाए, कुछ भी रिप्लाई नहीं आ रहा है। और ऑनलाइन भी चेक करते हैं तो नो फ्लाइट करके दिखा रहा था।
Well, in terms of the Bengaluru airport, there has been a lot more difference in terms of how the passengers are being taken in, for the simple reason that the people who are travelling, if there are cancellations, are being told in advance that that their flights have cancelled and they needn't come to the airport. Yet, we have seen in terms of numbers, 74 departures have been cancelled and around 76 arrival of flights. The boards still continue and say cancelled, while people do try very hard to come earlier as well.
Almost 4 times, and they have still not refunded us.
Yes. Do you have any hope that Indigo will now make it at least a little bit of a better travel for you?
We hope so.
Well, for now it has not been rescheduled. When we were coming to Bangalore from Kolkata, the flight was delayed and the flight before us had been cancelled. But for this time for our flight today, nothing has changed as of yet.
Several people senior citizens who are traveling, there have been families who are traveling with children as well, and they find it extremely difficult. And without intimation, many of them have come hours ahead of time and have been waiting in this kind of waiting area. Never have we seen such kind of waiting areas in Bengaluru which have been completely full from morning. But having said that, there is also a little relief that the passengers are seeing, because they understand now that only flights that are going out will, they have been intimated earlier, they come 2 hours earlier, and then they're able to fly out.
Now I'm being joined by Dr. Sonam Mittal, who is travelling to Ayodhya. Let's go across to him. Ma'am, what time is your flight and what exactly they're telling you?
I had a flight at 10:35 p.m. in the night.
Okay.
But I had got a message in the morning. We are regret to inform you that flight has been cancelled due to unavoidable reasons. But I am saying if you had to cancel the flight due to some operational issues or whatever, you should inform the customers prior by 2 days or 1 day before. Just in the morning you are dropping a message and we are at a halt, what to do next?
Just heard one of the passenger who was having flight yesterday night at 10:30, and now she has got the resolution. She has been given another flight today at 6:30 p.m. So this looks that slowly the Indigo operation is getting streamlined. And as behind me also, I'll ask Manish to show you the visuals. Behind me also you can see that this is an Indigo counter from past 6 days. We could see that in last 6 days we have seen that there was a huge rush, angry customers, there was no solution the staff was having. But today you can see that the people are standing very quietly in the queue.
Make informed decisions with comprehensive analysis on the go.
Strengthen your portfolio with real-time market updates on the go. Create effective strategies with insightful expert opinions on the go.
Grow on the go with CNBC TV 18. Now streaming live 24/7 on YouTube.
Hey, thank you for watching this on CNBC TV 18. Hope you liked it. For more such interesting news and updates, follow CNBC TV 18 on all the social media platforms.